Wait a minute, are you telling me that I can actually manifest my dream life even if I feel fear? That fear itself isn't the enemy, but actually something I can work with? Yeah, and once you understand how, you'll never let fear stop you again. Little did I know that the very thing I feared, which was letting go, was what actually set me free. So let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Marta and welcome to my channel. If you ever felt stuck in fear and anxiety while trying to manifest something what you think is big, then this video is for you. Fear can feel paralyzing, but today I'm going to show you how to work with it rather than against it so you can finally let go and create the life you love. In the manifesting community, we hear very often that we should be positive because we attract what we feel, or a vibrational matches to our emotional state. But this is not entirely true. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a job or situation because of fear? Yeah, that was me. I will share a personal story with you of fear I lived with that dictated all my decisions. I had a strong financial fear, something I brought with me from home because money was always scarce. And I come from a family of workers, so naturally I also followed that path. Get a good education and something that is known to create job security. And because I had a belief that I am smart enough to understand some complex concepts and having quite an analytical mind, I went into engineering. Always surrounded by people smarter than me who had a genuine passion for technology, I quickly found myself feeling like an imposter. And due to this financial fear and the notion that I am on my own and have to secure myself financially because I will be alone, I followed the path many of us follow. The job is hard, but the money is good, so I will be alright. I chose the profession that looked like something secure, even in bad economic conditions. And it worked for me for a while until I started having health problems, a burnout that manifested through a back injury that lasted for a couple of years. That was a big sign that I am not aligned with what I'm supposed to do. And I felt that too. I had so many hobbies, but I felt like a shell of a person at the end of each work day, dreading Mondays every Sunday, which I'm sure many of you will relate to. And vacations never seemed to make things better. Not even cutting the hours and having more time off work did the trick. This work was just draining me. And it wasn't until I let go of this financial fear and started to trust myself and my life that I realized that it was just not for me. And that's okay to try something different and turn things around. I realized that I made all my decisions out of fear and I have to choose differently if I want to end this anxiety I was feeling. And since then, I felt this peace and I was able to surrender, and my life started unfolding for me as if in a flow where I finally experienced this divine synchronicity. And I want to help others feel the lasting peace as well, which is exactly why I make these videos. If you're enjoying this video so far, then I encourage you to subscribe to my weekly newsletter that I called Self-Love Letter. The link is in the description. I share some insights and stories every week that will hopefully make you feel good and will help you go through your week and also put a smile on your face and give you a little bit of that feel-good energy. So here's the thing, fear is just information. It's not some big evil force trying to sabotage you. It's your subconscious mind telling you what beliefs, patterns, or past experiences are still running the show. You don't need to eliminate fear to manifest. You can actually manifest alongside it by using it as feedback and not treating it as the objective truth, but just a neutral experience. Fear shows us the areas of your consciousness that need clearing. When you understand that, fear loses its power over you. The fears we experienced in the past create limitations, and they create limiting beliefs. A limiting belief is a subconscious thought or assumption that holds you back from achieving your full potential. The problem isn't fear itself, it's resistance. When we resist fear, it turns into anxiety, doubt, and limiting beliefs. It keeps us feeling small, like a grasshopper surrounded by giants. But you are not small, and your desires are not too big. The only thing keeping you stuck is the illusion that you can't handle them. Fear stagnates, but love expands. Fear keeps us in the same place, but in the moment we shift into trust and surrender, things start moving and life becomes more enjoyable, and we can start getting excited for what is yet to come. You ever notice how one negative thought brings in a bunch of others, like unwanted party guests? That's because our ego loves to keep us in fear. It's how it maintains control. I recently watched a video by Mandy, the career coach here on YouTube, who I love to watch, and I recommend her content if you're facing some career wounds yourself. And she put it perfectly. Negative thoughts have friends. One shows up and then suddenly the whole squad joins the party, and the ego loves it. And why? Because fear keeps you in the past, reliving old stories and old patterns. But here's the truth. The past does not create your future. You do, right now, on the moment-to-moment basis. And these negative thoughts are hypnotizing to our brains and the ego as well. It's what keeps us stuck in the same place, because growth means uncertainty, unpredictability, a new situation that is not so easy to navigate, which our brains, the protector of our lives, really hate. By living in the fear, focusing on it and the negative thoughts that breed the spiral of negativity, we dwell in the past. But we want to focus our attention on the present moment, because this is how life happens. And this is the only moment that we can ever experience. So now let's see how we can slowly start letting go of this fear by these few practical tips that I implemented that made a huge difference in my life, and I hope they will help you too. This is the game changer for me, the letting go method. I recommended this book to so many friends and they all love it, and it really makes difference in their life. It's one of these books that really changed my life. Instead of resisting fear, feel it. Feeling is healing. Allow it to be there without judgment or trying to change the experience. The only reason we suffer is we resist what it is. But emotions are just energy in our body, and they're meant to flow through us freely. When we focus on feeling our emotions and where they manifest in our body, because they always do, whether it's in your chest, stomach, jaw, shoulders, belly, or even pelvis, we allow the energy behind them to burn and dissolve. As this energy leaves our bodies, it brings relief and emotional states tied to them. And it's funny that we want things to be easy, yet when I tell you that it's actually so simple, your rational mind doesn't want to believe it. And just take a moment to notice this impairment of the mind here. The mind goes, no way, this is so simple. And you downplay its great benefits, but try it at least a couple of times to see how easy and effective it is. I dare you. Have more fun. Seriously, joy raises your vibration. Ask yourself daily, what can I do to make myself feel better? And then just do it. It could be something small like a nap, coffee to go, a walk. Just do it every time you feel something icky. Always choose something that is more pleasurable for you. Be there for yourself and spoil yourself. You deserve it. By doing that, you're immediately changing your energy because you focus on something good instead. Journaling. Start journaling. Ask yourself, what do I want? Why do I doubt I can have it? What usually happens when I go for something in a similar situation? This will reveal the limiting beliefs keeping you stuck and potential attachments to the outcomes. I released this Limiting Beliefs Decoding Workbook that includes a list of relevant journaling prompts that will help you go deep and really understand yourself, what's underneath all these fears. It's completely free. You can download it in the description below by following the link for the download. It will help you get clear on what you truly want, identify limiting beliefs, fears, and emotional blocks, and shift your mindset to align with your highest self. So grab your copy from the description below. Face your fear. Entertain the worst case scenario. Ask yourself, if I don't succeed, what will actually happen? Who will I be? Will I be okay? 99% of the time, the answer is yes. Things always work out. And you can look back for proof of that. Your journaling will show you that time and time again, you do get what you want. Remind yourself of the past wins when doubt creeps in. And remember, that's something that I actually have written on my wall here. You always get what you want. Look back for confirmation. And that's what I tell myself, and that's what I want you to also start telling to yourself as well. Increase self-trust. Start by keeping those small promises to yourself. Begin by following on the promises you make to yourself. Would you trust someone who said that they will meet you in the park for a run or on a yoga mat in the morning but never showed up? Exactly. If you wouldn't trust a flaky friend, why be flaky with yourself? Set boundaries with yourself like, I always go to bed before 9 p.m. and read, or I never eat sweets on weekdays. Whatever you want that will improve your life. Set these boundaries and stick to them. Affirmations and subconscious programming. Listening to affirmations while you sleep is an easy way to start shifting decades of conditioning that we have to overwrite. Your subconscious mind is always listening, so feed it something good. So to sum up, fear is not your enemy, it's actually your teacher. And the past doesn't define you. Your day-to-day focus does, where you're leaking your energy. And the key to letting go is trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust that everything is always working out for you. Because it does. And that no matter what happens, you are strong and resilient and you will overcome it. And you have your past experiences here to prove that. And it all happens for you and through you and not to you. Thank you very much for watching. I know that this video will help at least one person, which is exactly why I'm here. Subscribe and comment and check the resources in the description. And remember, you are brave, you are loved. Be kind to yourself. Bye now.